see this one right here. That's so crazy. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
A little crinkly. I don't really know why, but it's how mornings go sometimes. You?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This weather is also dragging.
Yeah, I mean it's what is it, early August, middle August, and we're kind of getting fall feelings going on, which is really nice. But with that kind of comes rain, and rain, I don't know, kind of has
Yeah. That's the end of that.
life sucker out of you.
But this log looks really gnarly.
Gnarly, you said?
Yeah, like a cool gnarly, not like not
Yeah,
like
I know what you mean.
Halloweenish, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I was trying to see if there's any rot. I mean, there's a bunch of like knots and stuff coming all out of everywhere. It's some kind of oak, but I'm not sure. I think it's a red oak. Most things seem to be a red oak around here. Kind of wish I had that slabber attachment, but
What's going on with the slobber?
sitting in Indianapolis.
What's going on?
So it was shipped with Yellow Freight Line, which is who Bailey's uses. So Bailey's is the one and only distributor for Lucas. They're in California. They use Yellow because they're like one of the only freight companies that does these 20-foot rails. I don't know. Yellow's a big company. And for some reason they just, well, there's reasons, but I don't know all the reasons. They decided to shut down July 30th. So our slabber was supposed to be delivered on like August 1st, maybe the 2nd. That was the original like delivery date. So it got here, or closer to here, right when they decided to shut down, close doors. So basically it's just sitting in a warehouse waiting for somebody to go to work and do it.
Well, we can't quite say that. I mean, these folks have been laid off.
No, it's not the people. Yeah, I mean the company. That's what I'm saying. Like somebody, like I imagine another freight company is going to come in and buy them out and finish the job and buy their trucks and they've got a whole system and operations. I imagine there's some freight company or somebody else is going to come in and figure it out. I don't know how all this stuff works when a company goes under. I know with like the banks, when a bank shuts down, they have another bank comes in and buys it. The difference with a bank is it makes such a big deal with people, or people care so much. I don't know. All that's done before it's announced. So it's kind of, by the time you hear of a bank being closed, more often than not, they've already got people coming in, and they've already got another bank coming in to buy it, and they've already got like a new name and a new ownership. So the transition for like the regular person is basically nothing. I mean, you worry about it because money, but it's like really there's no impact. I mean, as long as you don't do a bank run and Wonderful Life it's fine. But with freight, I mean, nobody cares about truckers, I guess. They just
we care.
Well, we care, and I mean
in Minneapolis.
There's a whole bunch of others. I mean, they had something like 30,000 drivers. They were saying. I mean, how much freight? How many different freight terminals? And
job too.
And so I believe I was hearing they specialize in less than truckload freight, which is like, oh, I've got a pallet or 2 pallets less than a truckload.
Like a box truck type deal.
Like a box. I mean, they use it with they ship semi trucks. They might have box trucks. I don't know, whatever. But it's not like a full truckload. Like Lowe's and Walmart and massive companies, they're going to ship a full truckload of dog food or roses or whatever they're shipping.
What are roses? All right. So what are we doing with this log?
So at any rate, we're just gonna cut some lumber out of it. I haven't quite decided on what we should cut out of it. I don't know what. We don't really have any like order we're trying to fill. We're just trying to we're just trying to take logs and make some goodness out of it. So I think some beams are good. I've been kind of like shooting from the hip with this stuff, looking at the log, and I like kind of doing that anyway, just kind of having a rough idea what I want when I go to a log, and then kind of figure that out as I'm cutting it, because sometimes, 2x4s or 2x6 is about all you get out of it, but other times, I don't know, I don't really know how to like write all the rules down, but sometimes it just feels like that should be a beam, or
it just speaks to you.
Speaks to me.
Make me a pretty band system there.
Get one with the log.
All right, let's get one with the log.
Let's get it to one.
I look out across the water, I smell the salt, I feel the breeze, but in my heart I hear the calling of my old home, Tennessee. We don't know where these rivers flow, or why the wind chooses when and where to blow. The sun is gonna rise each and every time, but I've still got Tennessee on my mind. From Reaper's Ford to Watertown, and maybe Johnson City or Memphis bound. No matter where I go, no matter what I see, I still hear the calling of Tennessee. And who we don't know where these rivers flow, or why the wind chooses when and where to blow. The sun is gonna rise each and every time, and I've still got Tennessee on my mind. I miss the smoke on the Cumberland and the fireflies at midnight, and the color of the leaves in the fall.
to get an inkling to see what we're doing.
I've been seeing it come off the mill, and it's a really neat grain.
It is kind of cool. So usually when I'm running a mill, I don't get a chance to like oogle and ogle at the grain too much, but I get like glimpses. I just try to like, is it rotten or not? Is it solid or not? Is it knotty or not? You know, try to get some idea for what it is. This isn't so it is a good red oak, and it's pretty solid. So especially the first couple cuts the knots had some pretty big rot in it. So I wasn't really sure what to expect, but it seems pretty solid at this point. It's not really a good log for quarter sawn, because usually you want like a good clear log to get quarter sawn lumber out of it, like to get those medullary rays. There are some specks in it, or flecks, or whatever they call it, but when you get this much knots in it, it kind of like grain goes this way and that way and this way and that way and so you don't get as much of the medullary rays, but you get other cool grain.
Just pour some water on it.
Well, few instead.
Now this is not as cool as the stuff that was coming off the mill.
So,
right?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think that's because it's got past the knots. So there was a couple branches that came up like 1, 2, 3, and you think you were seeing the grain, the cross grain, like here from that, from those branches where this grain met that grain, and kind of it looks like we kind of got past that. So this is closer to the center of the log.
Yeah, this is more just boring.
More boring.
Look at this stuff over. Look over there. Like, this stuff is way cooler.
So you got to be careful with this kind of stuff because some of it is rot. Like this here, there's some solid parts to it, and it's got some really cool grain, but it's like right next to, like, there's some kind of rotty pieces right in there. So it's just like one of those playing with fire. You know, you want to get it, you want to have just as much fun to have fun, but you don't want to actually like get burned. So
Give some water on it. That's pretty. Do this one right here. That's so pretty.
Speaking of fire, it does kind of look like fire.
That's pretty.
Oh, and that end too. It's got.
Back to milling. It's milling.
Thought we were gonna stare at some grain some more.
Time.
It's not stare grain time.
It's not stare grain time. It's milling time.
It's milling time.
You've been gone just a little while, but it feels like forever. The time goes by slow. Oh, I hate how much we fight these days.
She thinks I'm a little lazy. I think she's a little crazy. We like summer and we like spring, watching wrestling in the ring. She ain't shy, she speaks her mind, tough as nails and smooth as wine. We burn hot as kerosene. Baby, we got our own thing. She ain't skinny and I ain't tall, and that don't bother us at all. I run naked through the yard. She flash every police car, drinking wine and getting tired of shooting out the damn street lights. How does she put up with me? Oh, baby, we got our own thing. We got our own thing. We don't need no rain. We ain't rich, but son of a, we're a hillbilly king and queen. Life don't seem so hard with you beneath the stars, 'cause we're growing four-leaf clovers in the yard.
There ain't nothing that he can't fix. He's a hard-headed son of a. We got married on the Georgian line. Watch out, ladies, this one is mine. He works hard and just don't quit, even if his pants don't fit. Lord, he'll be the death of me. Baby, we've got our own thing. We eat good like you ought to do. Mashed potatoes and gravy too. Picnic table out in the back. He's only had one heart attack. Pecan pie beneath the moon. Paper plates and plastic spoons. We're as close as two sardines. Baby, we got our own thing.
We got our own thing. We don't need no rain. We ain't rich, but son of a, we're a hillbilly king and queen. Life don't seem so hard with you beneath the stars, 'cause we're growing four-leaf clovers in the yard. Holding hands and touching minds.
Smoking grass and feeling fine.
We're as crazy as a cuckoo clock.
We're the weird ones on the block.
Stuffs the cash down in her bra.
I even like my mother-in-law.
She's my backwoods beauty queen.
Baby, we
Got our own thing. We got our own thing. We don't need no rain. We ain't rich, but son of a, we're a hillbilly king and queen. Life don't seem so hard with you beneath the stars, 'cause we're growing four-leaf clovers in the yard. Yeah, we're growing four-leaf clovers in the yard.
is the place for you and me. Yeah, this is where we wanna be. In Tennessee, in Tennessee, in Tennessee, yeah. Where hummingbirds are flying in the sky. Dreams are coming true. A magic place where you can count the stars. Just lay down in the middle of the night, look out to the sky. Hummingbirds are flying in the sky. Dreams are coming true. A magic place where you can count the stars. Just lay down in the middle of the night, look out to the sky. The Tennessee skyline.
Fireplace mantle?
That's pretty.